Lesson 2. Recognizing the Signs of Domestic Violence. Introduction. In our first lesson, you learned that domestic violence takes many forms. There is not only physical abuse, there is also emotional and verbal abuse. In this lesson, you will learn to recognize the warning signs of abuse in others and if you are the victim of abuse yourself. Are you being abused? Many times, the victim of abuse is the last person to admit that they are in an abusive situation. There are many reasons for this. The victim does not want to admit that they have made a mistake. They may fear the unknown aspect of leaving their spouse or partner. They may believe that their partner can change. They may still have feelings of love for their partner, or they may simply not realize that their relationship is abusive. This last situation is actually quite common. When abuse evolves over a long, slow period, the victim often comes to think of the situation as normal. Domestic abuse self-assessment. If you suspect you may be in an abusive relationship, take this self-assessment. Does your partner threaten you or your family or friends? Destroy your personal belongings or property that is important to you? Isolate you from friends or family? Make you feel guilty about your own decisions or choices? Intentionally humiliate or embarrass you? Physically attack you, shoving, hitting, choking, or slapping? Blame you for his or her behavior? Accuse you of cheating or of illicit activities with no foundation? Force you to have sex? Withhold affection or approval to punish you? Call you names or insult you? Imply that you would be unable to survive without them? Set goals that you know you will not be able to meet? If your partner has used these tactics in your relationship to manipulate or control you, he is committing acts of domestic abuse. If he has not already been physically violent with you, it is very likely that it will escalate to that point. Do you avoid certain topics of conversation for fear of angering your partner? Have the feeling that you are walking on eggshells waiting for the next time your partner will lash out? Believe that you cannot do anything right no matter how hard you try? Feel that you are emotionally deadened or numbed? Sometimes feel that you are losing your mind or that you are crazy? If you recognize even a few of these signs in your relationship, find a friend or relative you feel that you can trust to confide in. Let them know what you are going through and that you are in need of someone to talk to and share. They may encourage you to leave immediately. This is only because they are concerned about your well-being. Do not pull away because you are not ready to do this right away. Instead, let them know that while you may not be ready to take a final step at this time, you do know that you are in an abusive situation and that you need to make some changes, and then ask for their patience and understanding. Having someone to confide in can help you cope. For your own emotional health and physical safety, however, you should begin to develop an escape plan for the future. In later chapters, we will discuss ways to protect yourself as well as how to escape from an abusive relationship. For now, the first step is to acknowledge that there is a problem so that you understand it is the other person's problem, not yours, and then confide in someone you trust. This makes it real for you and gives you someone to turn to in moments of fear or stress. Recognizing the signs of abuse in others. With such a high incidence of domestic violence in the United States, most of us will know of at least one person in our lives who is the victim of abuse at some point. Many of us will know more than one. When that time comes, will we know the signs of abuse? It is important that we recognize the signs of domestic violence, since most victims suffer in silence for years before they speak out for themselves. If you are concerned about a friend, family member, or loved one because you fear they may be being abused, do not ignore your feelings. Watch for any signs that there may be problems and take note of any changes you see in their behavior. If they miss work or are injured, Mark down the dates and any details, because this information may be valuable in the future. Typical signs of abuse to watch for include: remember that very few people will show all of the signs listed above. Most of them will exhibit only a few of them. Try to talk to them and see if there is some way that you can help. Let them know that you care about them and you are there to listen to them when they are ready to talk. We will discuss ways to help in future lessons. However, if you believe that the person is in immediate danger of being physically harmed, you should make an immediate report to the police. You do not have to give your name, and all investigations are confidential. An investigation will be done, and if necessary, appropriate action will be taken.